It's Wednesday, hump night. Your man, Jelani, J.B. Bodie. I'm in the building. Lopen's in the building. We both in the building. We're not playing around tonight. NBA, Major League Baseball, NFL. So much fire going on tonight. It's going to be a crazy night. Get ready.
I'm solo. I like the finer things. I like to party. Bring out the liquor, get up a party. I'm in a different place. It's getting blurry. I'm spending money like it's nothing. Pull up in foreign stunting. When you got it, know it's nothing. The way they looking at me, yeah, I love it. I see all eyes on me. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick. I wonder if you wanna party. Tryna get it started tonight. Party tonight. Tonight, party tonight. Oh yeah. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick. I wonder if you wanna party. Oh yeah. I'm about to get it poppin'. All these niggas out here thottin', and we just tryna have fun. Watch me shake that ass, boy, you better throw them one. All these niggas wanna love me and touch me, but I always been the judge of my case. I came up here to party, Bacardi got me really in here losing my brain. Catch me chillin' with my blood, catch him slipping, pick on my. See, we came in a club to have fun. Go drippin' on Morris, I swear we never slowing up. Pull it up. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick. I wonder if you wanna party. Tryna get it started tonight. Party tonight. Tonight, party tonight. Oh yeah. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick. I wonder if you wanna party. Oh yeah. Come take this ride with me. Staying now. Oh no. I'll give you what you want. Whatever you want. I'm solo cupping it. Yeah. I'm doing what I want. Hell yeah. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the slick. I wonder if you wanna party. Tryna get it started tonight. Party tonight. Tonight, party tonight. Oh yeah. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the slick. I wonder if you wanna party. Oh yeah.
It's the Wait a Minute Show.
This is a podcast.
Is this thing on? The mic is lit. Faro Gyro.
Kick my music.
Bruh. You done lost your mind. Ain't that right, Lopan? Really? Wait a minute. Just a question. The Wait a Minute Show with your host, Jelani Bodie. Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? What is going on? What is the deal tonight? Again, it is Hump Night, Wednesday night, and it is your man, Jelani JB Bodie here in the ATL. And this thing called the Wait a Minute Show is going down tonight. So your sports fix is going to happen. You're going to get it in. I'm going to tuck you in tonight, and we're going to do it like we always do it and go harder than we ever have before and try to outdo what we did last week. You know, that's the goal. That's what we try and do. So we welcome everyone that's listening to the show as well. And right now, tonight's show, real simple. It's labeled MLB, NBA, NFL on fire. You heard me say that at the beginning of the show. So that's exactly what it is doing. And speaking of on fire, well, first let me go and tell everyone, for the record, you know, I like to, point out things that I get right. I also point out things that I get wrong, but I got this one right, America. I told you the Major League Baseball World Series was going to go 7 games, and it has not disappointed. In 7 games, it is going on. Actually, right now, as we are speaking on air, this is for it all. There is no tomorrow. There's no, what we could have did, should have did, and everything. It's going down. We will have a champion tonight. The series is tied 3-3. So the Dodgers and the Astros are getting it in. And getting it in is the Astros early. They have taken a 3-0 lead on the Dodgers right now in this top of the second. So right now, Houston look like they want it. They want it, and they're there to take it. But as we have seen how this series went, no lead is safe. There has been extra innings. There has been, back-to-back jacks, as they say, and home runs, and no lead is safe, in this series. So, and I thought last year with the Cubs and the Indians, that whole, I said that was going to go 7 games. I thought that whole series was going to just be, something that was going to be hard to outdo that series, because everything that you had with the Cubs, they hadn't won in 100 some odd years, and the Indians hadn't won in like 88 years. So, nobody had won in a while. And then for them to go back and forth and take this thing 7 games like you did last year, it was just like, can it get any better? No, you can't. But that is the great thing about sports, is that it always seems to outdo itself. It always seems to get bigger and better. And just like tonight, the Astros and the Dodgers have not disappointed. They are in the mix, and they are trying to, one of these teams is going to go home very upset, and one is going to be elated and basically breathe, because they both of these teams haven't won in a while as well when it comes to World Series. So we'll keep you up to date as the show goes on. Obviously, they'll probably be playing later after the show as well. So then you'll still get a chance to go catch up with it, and I'll get a chance to watch it myself. So we should be off the air before it is over. But right now, Houston Astros 3-0. They are making some moves, early. So we'll keep you up to date. And just like that, 2 runs just went in. It is 5-0 right now. I'm giving you this stuff live. 5-0 Houston Astros. So let's just hope that this isn't just a blowout and then, it's over before it started. But 5-0 Houston Astros. See, just like that. Just like that. So I'll keep you up to date as that is going on if you don't have the capability of watching it. So I'll give you the scores as it goes on. So we'll get back into the World Series a little bit later. What we will jump into next, we're going to get into a little college football. And we all knew it was coming. We all saw it. It was just a matter of time. And it happened. So I don't think anyone is surprised by it. But University of Florida, the Florida Gators, relinquished, or both sides actually parted ways. So Jim McElwain is out as head coach of the Florida Gators. He has moved on, and now they have given Randy Shannon the keys to this, machine, if you will. Right now, he's the interim coach, not the coach, but he is the interim coach, and he will be taking over duties for the rest of the year. Now, like I said, I don't think anyone was surprised by this. Florida has struggled mightily. They have, now some of this has been injury related too, because they have had the very bad luck when it comes to injuries, to key guys, on that they were expecting, a lot of contribution from, and they weren't getting it. But they also were not getting it on offense. You had stories out there as far as like how Steve Spurrier said he offered some of his advice to, draw up plays and everything, and they weren't used. And I'm sure there's other, avenues that they had, with the opportunity to improve their offense, but it didn't happen. And at the University of Florida, you only can go so long before you got to get up out of there. We've seen it everywhere. With Zook, when he was there, you got to go. Urban Meyer was there. He won. He got to hang out. He got to stay there as long as he wanted. He left, of course, he left for different particular reasons, but he was winning. They was winning national championships, so everything was good. Even when Steve Spurrier was there, they were winning. If you're winning, you can stay around. If you're losing, there's a very short leash, and they will not tolerate that too long. Nor should they. They've built themselves a really good program, and they've gotten good players to come through there, and to continue to get those players, you got to continue winning. So if you're not winning, then you don't get the players, which in turn, you don't get some of the boosters that's involved, and in turn, you don't get the money. And it's all about getting the money. Now, having said all that, who could be a replacement at Florida to take over this job? Now, there's two coaches that come to mind when I think about the fit, because it has to be a right fit. First off, the person that takes over this job has to have some kahunas. And what I mean by that, they got to be a tad bit cocky, not necessarily, just overblown and it's just like, I can't stand to be around this person. They're going to have to be a little cocky. They're going to have to go with that swagger that, we are Florida, we are back, we are in the building. Not every coach has that. The other thing is they're going to have to recruit real well. You got a lot of competition just in the state as it is right now, but in surrounding states, and we'll get into some of that a little bit later, while they're getting, some competition. But, everyone, goes to Florida. Everyone wants to go to the state of Florida, and take some of these players out of the state to other schools, or it's just an in-state fight. So, Florida State got, players, even, schools like UCF, that's there. Miami seems to be turning things around in their league and in the ACC. So it's a battle. So you got to get someone that can recruit. So first one that I would think that kind of fits this mold. They don't necessarily have the quote unquote winning percentage per se as you would want them, but Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin should be thought about. Bring him in, talk to him, see what, if he will. Now he has a job right now, so he may not, even entertain, going to Florida. But I think out of the side of his eye, he's looking over there like, Now, because he's coached at very big programs before, Tennessee and USC, and then also he was the OC for Alabama for a short period of time. So I think he has that swagger, if you will, that cockiness that you need, a Florida coach to have. Recruitment might be a little bit of an issue for him, just a little bit. But Lane Kiffin would be on my short list if I was the University of Florida and I was looking for a coach. Now,